So to start off this updo, I'm going to go ahead and split it in 3 sections. So go ahead and section off the front by the ear on both sides and then leave the back as a main section. I take the hair at the very top of the section out because I'm going to recurl that. Then I'm going to put everything below it in a ponytail. That's going to be the base of our updo. So we're going to recurl the pieces at the very top because that's the hair that you're going to see in the updo, and that's what your client's going to see, and you want those to be pretty much perfect. That way when you pull them back, they have that really pretty curl pattern. If you were to pull back the entire section into the ponytail, the curls would collapse and you wouldn't have that curly, messy curl look. And that's what we're going for in this updo. So now that all those pieces are curled, we're just going to push it to the side and work on our ponytail. So you can see what I'm doing here. I use this technique in almost every updo. I twist a piece of hair and kind of pull it apart to fatten out the piece, and then I'm going to pin it to the head in a bun-like shape. I sprayed it with triple take before pinning it just to give it that extra hold. This is really where you have to use your artistic eye. You need to look for balance in the updo, placement, all of that is really important. As you can see here, I'm really anchoring the bobby pins. So I'm weaving it in between the twist and the hair that's attached to the scalp. And that really anchors it in there. If you just stick the bobby pin straight in, it's going to fall out and basically do nothing. So I'm going to continue to do this until I like the shape of the bun and all the hair from the ponytail is pinned away. So I'm now just going to lay those curl pieces over on the top just to get an idea of what I want the updo to look like. I like to kind of figure out the overall shape as I go. So I'm going to go ahead and start pinning just a couple pieces here just to hold them in the spot that I want them to be at. You can see here that I go behind the curl, grab a chunk of hair and pin that. I actually leave the surface of the curl unpinned. It's just going to cause the hair not to be collapsed. I don't want to lose that curl shape. So I'm going to continue on to the side section of the hair. This is actually the section with the most hair. I like to do that one first. So I'm going to go ahead and recurl this section just like I did the one before. I'm laying it over the updo just to kind of get an idea of what it's going to look like as I go. So up until this point, I haven't pinned anything from this section yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do what I did in the back. I'm going to twist the hair, fatten out the piece. You can see that leaves that curl shape, and then I'm going to pin it to the head. So now we're going to go ahead and curl the right side of the hair, just like we have every other section. So the last section of the updo is very important because it's going to finalize the look of the updo, the shape of everything, the balance and the style. So I like to take extra time and kind of look it all over and see where I want the hair to be placed. So you could take the very ends of the curls and pin them up a little bit more and tuck them underneath to create a more traditional updo style, but I wanted them to hang loose because that is so popular nowadays that that's the style that I was going for. And I am working on a mannequin that has little to no layers or any face framing pieces, so obviously it's not going to look exactly like this on a client. You could change the style to fit your client's needs more. But I want you to try out this style and make it your own. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. Every updo is different, no two are the same, but the foundation of the updo and the techniques never really change. So at the very end of your updos, I want you to give it a good shake. And you can't really tell here, but I really shook that. And no pins fell out and the updo looked untouched.